Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing fantastically well. Today, it's a little bit of a different video. We're going to be exploring and delving into a recent article that I found online, which gives a little bit of detail on how Leeds United could become a little bit of a centerpiece for the city, like the Etihad of Manchester City. We're going to be comparing both what realistically can Leeds do that they've done and how will this redevelopment shape up. Make sure you stay tuned, everybody. Check out all the sponsors, IPM Group, Football Prizes, for all of your latest bits. Stay and keep it within the Leeds United area, everybody. And let's get into the video. So recently, Leeds United announced ambitious plans to redevelop Elland Road, increasing capacity from 37,645 to around 53,000 seats. This isn't just about more seats for the fans. It's about turning Elland Road into a major destination for the city. Much like what Manchester City did with the Etihad campus, these changes could mean far more than just football. Imagine Elland Road bustling, not only on match days, but hosting conferences, events, and maybe even concerts. So what's something that City have done that Leeds United can easily replicate? Well, they have the City Square, which is a vibrant area of retail hubs, of shops, of cafes, and it really brings it into a sort of entertainment place for Manchester City, but it brings with it obviously people who want to come in, they want to sit down, they want to have food, they want to have beer. It's outside. We know in Manchester it rains a lot, but it just gives you a real idea of what this could be. We mentioned earlier on with the conferences was this, that, and the other, but making it into a complex, making sure that fans can come and walk around the stadium and it almost just be like a little venue. That's exactly what the Etihad is, and the City Square definitely provides that. And Leeds could definitely put some money into the fan zone area and create it into a nice little retail space. So what's realistic then when building around Elland Road that can be almost compared with the Etihad straight away? Well, when City really started to develop on the square, they started to develop on the village and around East Manchester, what they did try and do as well is expand the conference rooms, expand the facilities. And what Leeds will be able to do with bigger space in Elland Road is do things like that, which is going to be really advantageous. Adding a fan zone, which is comparable to that City Square, which is just huge and facilitates tourism when they're in the Premier League as well, but really makes that match day experience something which really is a match day experience. You know, you're almost going to like a concert style gig with all the facilities in and around the Etihad. But something else they can do is obviously bring in around the on-site hotels, which could be a real game changer for Leeds United. And I know a lot of fans probably don't like that, but an on-site hotel, it would not surprise me if genuinely the 49ers are looking at that. Where's the closest hotel? Really probably the Clayton, which is maybe sort of a 1.5 mile, 2 mile walk. And then you've got the Hilton. I think Leeds need to have facilities in and around Elland Road where match-going fans from Ireland, Scotland, Scandinavia, America, can just think to themselves, similarly to that of Man United's Gary Neville, who obviously made hotel football, which is a massive success on site. Fans from all over the world can come in, and even fans from around the country, you know, who just want to literally get to Elland Road, almost like an airport hotel, get to the airport hotel, get on the flight, then leave. And I think that's what it's got to be. And I think that is probably where Leeds United are going to look. This is something that we have to get onto and realism around what Elland Road, building Elland Road is going to look like, you know, increasing from a 37,000 seat stadium to a 53,000 seat stadium is going to drastically increase match day revenue for the Whites. But it goes beyond just ticket sales. Hosting events like concerts, corporate conferences, and exhibitions will definitely create new revenue streams, ensuring money is coming in even when there aren't any games. And right now, it's probably a little bit difficult for Leeds to do that. You know, when there aren't any games, what are we doing? And I think that the big thing is obviously, when you're looking at the European competitions, the World Cup, you know, obviously with it being in this country, and you're sort of looking at the stadiums that are going to be available, Leeds isn't going to be available for that. When you look at 96 and Leeds was available for that. So moving with the times is definitely something that we need to get on board with, which we haven't as of yet, which is a slight problem. But look at Manchester City. You know, you look at the income that they brought in as well. It drastically increased their annual income. You know, and this is a 2-club city, by the way, everybody. If Leeds were able to get it right in and around the stadium, this is a 1-club city. By God, the sky really is the limit. But a key part of redevelopment is also how it impacts the community. Leeds has always been a club deeply entrenched in the city, and a redevelopment project could help reinforce that bond for me. Creating accessible sports facilities, public spaces, and engaging with local schools, in my opinion, are just a few ways that Leeds can become a community hub. Like for me, back in the day, there was so many Leeds United community-led branded pitches everywhere. Like near where I was from, there was Boston Spa, there was Wetherby, but it was even in and around York. There was Leeds United community branded spaces. They were absolutely everywhere. And it almost just facilitated a generation of Leeds United fans. We'd all be there in the kits and stuff, and this sort of thing, just like almost like a centre of excellence. There'd be loads of them, absolutely loads of them, in and around York, in and around Leeds, in and around surrounding areas. It just built that community field. Oh, what you feel, you know, what you're doing now? Are you going to wait? Oh, I'm going to play for Leeds United. I'm going to train on this pitch. Oh, really? How do I do that? You know, and it just built this whole community field that I want to do that for Leeds United as well. And I feel that's definitely been lost since we got relegated from the Premier League. So of course there are challenges. Unlike Man City, Leeds don't have the endless land around Elland Road. Leeds are bordered by roads and residential areas, which makes large-scale expansion a little bit trickier. But obviously with smart planning, cooperation with the city, which we've spoken about in videos before, and targeted investments, definitely, especially with the backing of the 49ers and other partners, for me, there's a real chance to create something incredible. I know a lot of this can sound a little bit scary. It can sound very, very modern, but striking a balance is key with the 49ers here. And I think that's what City did really, really well. Obviously, they moved from Main Road to the Etihad, which a lot of City fans still aren't happy with, and they still don't feel that they have that same atmosphere and the similar vibe that Main Road had. But the beauty of what Leeds are going to be doing is we're going to be developing it on all of these facilities that we've spoken about and all these targets in these videos, in my opinion, which Leeds will be looking at. But at the same time, if they can retain that unique atmosphere and how the stadium build looks as well, I genuinely believe that Leeds fans are going to just be completely on board with it and are going to be euphoric, really, with how Leeds are going to get to that 53,000-seat stadium. But not only that, the surrounding area really been built up as well. Now, I've mentioned earlier on the City Square, and I mentioned the fan experience. And this is something that I know, for example, Brownie and a lot of others will not like. But this is modern football now. I think this is how all teams want to target what's going on at the Etihad and how they're able to bring in revenue streams in and around the stadium as well, not just inside the stadium. Real Madrid have done it with their new stadium. The Bayern have done it with the Allianz as well. But on the match day, it is all about creating that match day experience. You know, you might have your hotel there. You might have your public spaces there as well, which is community branded, community led as well. But also what you need to do is create almost like that fan experience in and around Elland Road, activities, little bits to do. I've mentioned before, like the caged football, which they have in and around the Etihad. I've mentioned previously the burger vans, the endless burger vans that are at the Etihad. But these are just simple bits, and, you know, grab some food, watch live entertainment. Sometimes they will genuinely have like a proper gig at the Etihad, and they will just have like comedians, but it's a proper gig, it's a proper set just outside the ground, and it's really unbelievable to watch, to be honest with you. But if you look at how they do it as well in the States, it's very much like that. And I think the 49ers will be targeting that because there's revenue streams, as I've mentioned at the start, inside the stadium, but around before the game, they have to target that if they want to get more money in and around Elland Road. So guys, what do you think of the future of Elland Road? Could it become an events hub that Leeds United deserves? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your ideas. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and join me next time as we discuss everything Leeds United. Let's make Elland Road the heart of the city. Until next time, everybody, take care, but make sure you're tuning in as well this evening for the debrief. Really, really appreciate your support, everybody, and we will catch you on the other side. Cheers.